Hey, this is Gene at DNS Bait. This report is current as of Friday the 17th here. Before I get started, this week's speaker on Thursday evening, that'll be Thursday the 23rd. It's going to be local fishing expert and walleye tournament fisherman Roy Vivian. The topic is going to be Lake Mendota walleyes, and that's here at the store at 7 o'clock. Free to anybody like to come and see it. Again, it's Thursday evening on the 23rd at 7. As far as fishing goes around town, the weather's been very nice this week, other than it was quite windy for quite a few days. But temperature-wise, it's warming up good. Up here on the north end of the chain, Cherokee Marsh has been giving up a few catfish, an occasional crappie or bluegill. Down by the Highway 113 bridges and the Westport Bridge, it's been kind of a mixed bag. It's not great fishing, but there's quite a few fish been caught there this week. And it's a mixed bag of crappies, white bass, and catfish from what I've heard. As you get down closer to Lake Mendota, at the mouth of the river, and then out in the North Shore Bay area, the catfish action has been pretty decent there. On particular days, they'll really bite like crazy, and then some days, it's a little tougher. But it's been pretty good overall. I did hear some crappies out around the rock pile one day. I heard that one day. I haven't heard it since. Otherwise, some of the inlets on the lake, over on the west side in particular, Spring Harbor and Marshall Park's been giving up a few crappies in the morning. Some of the guys have been poking around there from shore. I haven't really heard anything in University Bay or in the creek over in University Bay, other than there's some nets out in front of that creek in front of University Bay. Lake Monona, the Monona Bay Triangle area has been giving up a lot of bluegill and crappie. The action's been real good over there. But there's also a lot of guys been fishing there. That crappie bite's been going right into the nighttime. I heard the guys have been fishing up till 10 o'clock at night using lighted bobbers and minnows and doing pretty well. Some guys have been doing some pretty good over at Obrick Park, getting some crappie and bluegill over in that area in Starkweather Creek. Squaw Bay, some guys have been out in boats in Squaw Bay this last week. They've been taking some nice crappie and some decent bluegills, a lot of smaller ones, but some decent ones. The Winnequa Park area is still giving up quite a few bluegills over there in the morning. It's quite crowded in there. And there are a lot of small fish, but there are some decent ones that come through there too. Mud Lake, I did hear a handful of crappie starting to show up in there. Not a lot, but a few. And then Lake Wabisa has been pretty quiet. I'd be starting to look for some crappie and bluegill out around Hog Island or Lake Farm Park out in that 5 to 8 foot of water. Also down on the south end of the lake, down by the Single Rock Buoy and along that weed line there, if there's any weeds in there. Again, that 5 to 8 foot of water, there should be some crappie starting to stage around there and maybe even some bluegills scattered around. Otherwise, Lake Wisconsin River area, the water's really flowing now after all that rain we had last week or a week ago. So a lot of the guys are having a tough time. I'm sure the walleyes are done spawning for the most part. I did hear some smaller males biting up at the Dells area with just very few decent fish lately. So I really don't have anything else for you. If you got any questions, give us a call at the store here. It's 608-241-4225. Thanks. Bye.